Hey beauties, it's Riri, and in today's video we're going to be comparing the Jaclyn Hill Blurring Tint at $34 with the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator for less than $5. Alright beauties, before we dive in, please don't forget to thumbs up the video if you like what you see. Subscribe down below and share the video out if you do enjoy the content. And don't forget about that little join button right down there that you can click to become a channel member for exclusive perks. Thank you to my channel members. We are going to dive right in. We're going to make this short and sweet. I will pop up a little video right here of my skincare routine that I just did so that you will know that I am fully hydrated. I did go in with my full skincare routine, and I also went in with my Tarte Blurring Primer today. You guys know these are not my favorite, but a big issue I had yesterday with the Jaclyn Skin Tint was that it kind of just stuck into my pores and flaked up on me. So we're hopefully going to combat that today. We're going to give her a second chance. This is the Jaclyn Cosmetics Blurring Skin Tint. This is the shade Light Medium, and it retails for $34. We're going to be comparing it to the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. This is the shade Light Medium, and it retails for around $5. I'm going to go ahead and go in really quickly with the Wet n Wild one. So I did not have the best luck yesterday with the Jaclyn products, and I will not be revisiting the concealer. It was just incredibly dry on me. It oxidized quite a few shades on me, and it was also pretty dark. So we're not going to revisit that product. I'm going in with my Love is the Foundation brush from IT Cosmetics. I will do the Wet n Wild on one side and the Jaclyn on the other side. We will turn the lights up, we'll turn the lights down, we'll be up close and personal, as you know we like to get when we do stuff like this. Y'all can get all up in my business. Let's dive in. So I have a little bit on my brush. I'm going to kind of lay the product down, and then I'm going to begin pouncing or pushing the product into the complexion. Again, I am incredibly hydrated, and I have a blurring primer on today. They both kind of have the exact same consistency. That's why I wanted to kind of do a comparison of these and ask you guys if you would like to see a comparison. Because even in yesterday's video trying the Jaclyn one, they feel quite similar in texture. So I thought that I could compare them for you guys. And not to say that the Jaclyn is a bad product. Keep in mind, I do have very dry textured skin. So I definitely take that into consideration. That's why I prepped a little bit different today and did a different primer. I'm going to go in with a little tiny bit more. Also, ignore my brows and my hair for probably the next 4 months. Can I just go ahead and say I'm sorry that I look like shit for the next 4 months? Okay. I'm growing both out. So it is definitely a process. I am also testing out a new lash and brow type serum. You guys know I'm also testing out new skincare per your request. And so far I'm loving it. I feel like my skin looks amazing. So we are going to press this in. I think I got a little bit too much. I'm obsessed with this product. I used it almost all summer long. It is a beautiful, beautiful formula. I love that it is a tinted hydrator. It gives you a little bit of coverage, but it's not too much. It doesn't get thick or cakey or anything like that. It sets really well on the complexion. So I really like this. And if you're not somebody that is into, you know, tinted moisturizers and things like that, obviously these products, neither one of them are for you. But if you are somebody like me and you like a less is more approach, you like just a kind of sheer veil of coverage to the complexion, I really think that you would like this one a lot. So I'm going to get up close and just show you a comparison with, you know, zero product versus the Wet n Wild. So you can definitely see I have a ton of rosacea. We have some broken capillaries. I have a lot of hyperpigmentation, just a lot of skin issues in general. I do also have very dry skin, textured skin. And then you can see that even just looking straight forward, the Wet n Wild just gives it, you know, it's not super high coverage or anything. There's a beautiful level of luminosity to this. I also feel like because this does kind of set down just a little bit, I think even if you do have oily skin, maybe if you set the complexion, you could also get away with wearing this. And then you can see, aside from right here in my nose, that is a me thing. Again, I have very dry skin. I think that it lays beautifully. I think the coverage is really, really pretty. And I really love that it has that beautiful luminous quality to it that I personally like. And then we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Now we're going to go in with the Jaclyn Cosmetics. I'm going to use my other love is the foundation brush. That way there's no residual product from the Wet n Wild at all. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put on the brush. And before anybody's like, well, you're supposed to put it on with your fingers, I don't like to apply my foundations and things like that with my fingers. So this is how I would normally do it. I would actually typically put it on the back of my hand and work from the back of my hand, but because these shear out so much, I don't feel like I have to do that. So you can see, I just want to show this already. I'm going to pop up a side-by-side from yesterday. Just having this blurring primer on, I think has made a huge difference because yesterday you could literally see very visibly every single pore. Also, just to note the shade as well, it's light medium, so you can get an idea of kind of what it looks like upon first application and then how it's going to look once I blend it out. And again, I like to push the product into the complexion and do stippling, stamping, and do stippling, stamping motions. That is my preference in foundations. And then I may do that today just because I usually do it with standard foundations. I will go in and spray the complexion and then blend everything out and press everything out with a sponge. I am trying to be as fair as I can be and as thorough as I can be with this particular product. I can already tell you I am not liking it again on the skin. It's doing just something very strange with my pores. And I always take into consideration how dry my complexion is, how dry my skin is, the actual, natural texture of my skin. And most products don't really super enhance that. So you can see it has blended out, like, very lightly. It doesn't look as dark as it did upon first application. And now the finish of this, the scent of this, the actual texture of this is lovely. I will also say, in comparison, based on what I experienced yesterday with this particular product, it never set down. Whereas the Wet n Wild one, there's a slight level of kind of tackiness or dewiness there, but it never feels like I'm wearing anything on my skin. Whereas this, I could kind of feel throughout the day. So I'm going to go in with my Catrice Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Setting Spray. This comes out pretty aggressively. That is why I'm backing so far up from my phone. And then before this has a chance to set completely down, you can see that this is automatically just sitting on the skin differently. I just don't like it. And then I'm very lightly going in and I'm doing soft pressing motions. I'm not dragging, pulling, or tugging as to not actually disrupt the foundation. And what this does, even if you have oily skin, maybe you applied too much powder, you set too much, you baked for too long, whatever the case may be, or honestly, you just put on too many powder products. This is a really easy way and a really beautiful way to really kind of make everything become one with the skin as opposed to sitting on top of the skin, which is what I feel like this is doing. Like even with the Wet n Wild, kind of any dryness that I am experiencing around my nose, this is pretty much going to push that out and push that away. So I'm going to pay extra detail and take extra attention on this side. Yeah, I still don't like it. I don't know why. I don't know if there's something in this, a particular ingredient in this, but it is doing the exact same thing today where it's not actually, I guess, going into the skin. It's literally like sitting in the pores and then flaking up on top of the skin. Now on my forehead, it's not really doing that as much. I can still kind of see it. Like starting to like peel. It just doesn't look good and I don't understand why. I mean, these are my types of products. You guys know this. If you've been here with me, then you know that I live for these types of products. Like the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Tinted Hydrator, Tinted Moisturizer is one of my holy grails, 10 out of 10, perfection. And the Wet n Wild is right up there with that one. And it's a $5 product versus a $34 product. I may need to kind of compare as far as product goes or ingredient lists go. I mean, you guys, it will not sit on my skin right. And again, that could be a me thing. Your girl got very, very dry skin. But for the Wet n Wild to look substantially different, I don't understand what's going on. I really don't understand what's going on. I'm gonna press this out a little bit more. Let me get my 5 times magnification mirror flipped over this way to me. Oh no, that was a bad idea. Why is it not? I don't know why it's not sticking. I do not know why it's not sticking. I'm gonna go in with my fingers. I don't do this. I should not have to do this. It should work just like it should work just like it is right now. But maybe you have to push it into the complexion with the fingers instead of a brush, which always works, as we can clearly see. Maybe I'm too hydrated. Maybe I'm so hydrated that it is peeling up and stuff because of the level of hydration. I don't know what's going on, you guys. And I really wanted to like this. Yeah, all I'm doing is disrupting what little bit of product actually like stuck to the skin. Oh no. All right, we're gonna keep going. We are going to give this one more shot. I am going to remove this half of the complexion and I'm going to go in with just this product with my fingers and then try to blend it out. That way, maybe my product underneath is not blending well with this. Maybe I just need to use this. We're going to keep on going, y'all. Okay, well. All right, let's let this dry off all the way. I don't even think I'm going to moisturize or any. I just want to see what it looks like with literally nothing on here. I'm trying to give it the absolute most fair chance. I've actually never had a product really do that where it just kind of, it doesn't stick where it's supposed to stick. It just kind of goes into each of the little pores and then just kind of spreads. I don't know. It's ugly on my skin. It does not look good on my skin at all. Okay. We're going in with our finger. I'm going to start here. And I want to show you again, you see every single pore. So with the blurring primer, you could 100% see a difference. Let me pull my mirror closer. Really push the product in. I don't understand what's going on with this. And I'm not a skincare expert or anything like that. I don't know kind of what products are in this that would make it kind of do that on my skin. So, I mean, I can't speak to that. All I can say is that it's just not working for me and my skin. That's not to say that it is a bad product. It is just a product that does not work for me. You know, we are never going to have the exact same experiences with a product. There are several products that I love that y'all hate and vice versa. It's just makeup. It ain't that serious. I don't wish Jaclyn Hill bad. And it's sitting in every single pore. And again, like the finish of it, like that beautiful kind of luminosity that's there, that's really beautiful. The packaging is great. The scent of it is great. As you can see on the Wet n Wild side, it is set almost all the way down. It is set almost all the way down. Kind of how you see I look, you know, kind of slightly greasy or oily or a little bit sweaty on this side. That never goes away. And with the Wet n Wild, it does not do that. It looks like skin. There's a level of luminosity to it, but it doesn't look intense. And this is perfect for me. Like, this is perfect coverage for me. I would do my brows, throw on some mascara and some lip oil, and I would be done. So, yeah, guys, it's still a no for me. I'm either going to put this in my for sale group and go ahead and sell it for cheap, or I'm going to return it. I don't like returning things. I know if I were a business owner that, I mean, obviously that's a slap in the face to hear people say, like, your product is not good. So my thoughts are still the exact same, you guys. I don't like it. It does not work for me personally. It does not work for my skin and my needs. I think if you're looking for an alternative or you really wanted to try this, maybe you did try this and like me, it's just not working for you. I highly, highly recommend the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. Again, it's under $6. it's a night and day comparison in my opinion. Also, the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer is a beautiful, beautiful product. I just feel like for what this is and me struggling with it so much on my skin, dry textured skin, it's too much. It's too expensive, and it is 100% not worth it in my opinion. So those are my final thoughts. If anything happens in the next few hours before this goes up, you guys will see this in just a few hours. I'm going to go eat. I'm going to start some clothes. I'm going to edit. And if there are any changes at all, I will 100% comment and let you guys know that. But yeah, I mean, the proof is in the pudding, as they say. And to be fair, I'm going to also turn my light up and down as I did yesterday with just the Jaclyn. Lights are all the way up. And then lights are going to be all the way down. This is the scary part. This is where I realized yesterday that it really did not look the best on me. So yeah, it's... And if you know why it would be doing this, I know that when I've done makeup on clients in the past, it will sometimes do that on a person's nose if they have larger pores, and I can do a pore filling primer and that kind of takes care of it. That's why I tried the Tarte on this side today. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. It's a no from me. Thank you to everybody that left feedback yesterday. Thank you all for wanting to do the comparison. I appreciate you guys so much. I love you. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. And, of course, be your own best beautiful. Bye, beauties.